Good morning, everybody. I am Jean-Michel Severino, and my job here this morning will be to facilitate this panel and help our colleagues to make the best of our time. It's really a great pleasure to be again this year for the third year in a row for this agricultural session, and I wish to thank the organizer, Thierry, Mrs. Kwon, also for insisting on having this team around here. And we have a wonderful panel again to address these very important issues. Since last year, for those who attended this session, many things have happened. Prices have gone in all the directions. We have sort of swallowed, to a certain extent, the consequences of the Ukrainian-Russia war, to a certain extent. But we have also witnessed what we thought would take place, extreme weather events, droughts, floods, etc., that have continued disrupting not only the economics of food and production and consumption, but also ways of living. But the major structural issues as inequality, hunger, poverty, access to food have not changed that much, and I think our panelists will insist on that. And all this is also linked to a kind of resurgence of agro issues in the heart of our geopolitical agenda. Let's think, for those who are familiar with who are in Latin America and Europe, the Mercosur debate, which has shown how sensitive those issues were, even in industrialized countries. What is nevertheless striking to me, and that would be a question for us, I think, question is how those agricultural issues nevertheless have remained very low on our debating agenda. We have had three very important multilateral discussions this semester. COP29 on climate, COP16 on biodiversity, and the negotiation of the new plastics treaty, a very important environmental discussion. And in all those three discussions, agricultural issues have been basically nowhere. Very low on the agenda, very low prevalence in this discussion. And this lack of focus on what is probably the most critical with health of our global issues when it comes to the sustainability of our livelihoods is of course a big question. So to deal with these immense issues in a short time, we have once more a wonderful panel. We'll have again today with us Maximo Torero-Cullen from Rome, which is very prestigious for us. Hi, Maximo. Maximo is the chief economist of FAO. He's a former World Bank executive director for a large group of Latin American countries, and former head of division of markets and trades at the IFRI, and many other things. And he will enlighten us with the global approach of FAO. We have the pleasure also to have Philippe Chalmin, who is extremely well known as the founder and still leader of CICLOP, a major report on commodity prices, including agriculture, of course. He's a professor emeritus at Dauphine. Probably, Philippe, your first retirement issues from the professor activity. And he has written 40 books. For the French one, I recommend the Journal de la Dissolution, quite recent one, and the brief history of the 29th century, quite exciting book. We are also honored and privileged to have Bayu Krishnamurthy with us. He was Vice Minister for Agriculture of Indonesia, and now is a professor at Bogor Agricultural University, at a former and founder and chairman of Inclusive and Social and Sustainable Agribusiness Initiative. So he is incredibly knowledgeable about our issues, and he is not only a regional anchor, but a global vision. And the same thing as Kamel Abdallah We are also so happy to have us with you as a local of the conference, but also somebody who has an incredible breadth of knowledge around not only global, but also the regional situation. You have been an academic. At the beginning of a career, you have led several very important businesses in the food industry. And now you're leading an Egyptian company, sugar company, a major agricultural company, which gives you a hands-on approach to our issues. And finally, last but not the least, Jean-Marc Astorg is the Director of Strategy at CNES, the French Space Agency. It may seem surprising to have you here, but you have a very special entry in our issue which deserves quite a focus, which you will develop, and that shows how disruptive innovation adds to our global landscape, and how, and this is an issue which is dear to some of us, introducing links with other disciplines, areas, etc., is something that is a critical experience. Agriculture is not only about agriculture, it's about many other things.